Okay.
Yes.
So well, let's start the lesson. Today's topic is transport or transportation, and it's going to be a conversational class. So I expect from you to speak as much as possible. Okay. So I divided the class into three parts: into warm up, into learning words and discussing the words, and into some kind of a cool down or wrap up. Now, let's start with the basic question, and that is, what are some of the forms of transportation that you know? So, now it's your turn.
Subway, bus,
Yes.
taxi,
Mhm.
rail. No, we have X-rail or train,
Train, that's right.
train
What else?
of plane,
Plane, good.
subway.
Subway, that's the right one. Subway, good. What else? Anybody else?
I don't know.
Okay, let's ask someone else. Jafar, Nada, do you know any other transportation forms?
Jafar's microphone is off. Maybe Nadia can tell us.
Okay, Nadia, do you know any other ways to travel around the city?
Vehicles.
Yes, vehicles. What kind of vehicles? Because the vehicle is a term that describes all sorts of transportation forms. So
Yeah.
Vehicles, all transport, yes?
Not quite. I'm gonna explain this in a few
Cars.
minutes.
Cars.
Oh,
Cars,
bicycle.
that's right, cars. What else?
Bicycle.
That's right, bicycle. It can be.
We can say both.
Okay, yes.
Motorbicycle.
Okay, motor bicycle or motorbike. Motorcycle.
Airplane.
That's right, airplane, but it's already mentioned as a plane. We can say airplane or a plane.
Ah, okay, I didn't see it. Okay.
Anything else? What about?
Okay, hello. Hi, I'm here. I want to participate with you. It's available or not?
Sure, it's okay.
I am David. I just joined now, so I think the train we could use it to transport from two cities.
Yes, that's right. It's already there. It's mentioned.
Okay.
What else can we use for transport people or goods? Okay, never mind. So we have eight different forms of transport. We will see which other forms of transport we can use. Now, the next question is, what is a vehicle?
Vehicle, it is motor. Transport with motor.
That's right. Okay, transport with motor. Okay. It's not necessarily with motor, but it is a transport on the ground. All the transport on the ground is a vehicle. While airplane is also vehicle because it can move on the ground. But what about something that that flows on the water, like on the sea? How do we call it? Ship. Okay. Is ship a vehicle?
Ship, is it vehicle?
Yeah. Is it a vehicle?
Yeah.
Okay. Officially not, because ship is a vessel. It's a different type of transport. So I'm going to write the word vessel. So we have vehicles vehicles on the ground and vessels on the water and in the sky. Right? In the air. Those are vessels. Okay, so we will today talk mostly about vehicles, and we will go through one at a time. Now, I have one other question. What is commuting or commute?
Commutes.
Maybe vehicle for other people.
Yes, it is connected with people, but how is it connected?
Okay, I think commute that the person who is going to his work daily.
Yes, right. So it
Okay.
is going from home to work on a daily basis. Yeah,
Only
pretty much every day. Okay.
please repeat. Sorry. Please repeat me. I don't hear
So,
now.
Commuting is going to work on a daily basis from home to work. Okay, so that's commute. We will cover these phrases. First of all, vehicle. Now, here is basically a definition of a vehicle. Who wants to read this definition? Eleonora, can you read?
Vehicle is this used for transporting people or goods, especially on land, such as a car, a lorry, or cart.
Cart, that's right. Okay. Now check the picture. On the who can recognize what is it on the picture? Yes, right.
Yeah, it's a tank. No.
It's a tank. Yeah. Okay. Is tank a vehicle?
No.
It is. It is a vehicle. It's moving.
Yeah.
Right. It's moving. It's a military vehicle.
Military vehicle.
Yeah. Right. You definitely
and
won't
it's moving
go
on the ground.
Yeah, it's moving on the ground. That's right, Jafar. It's moving on the ground. Okay. But can you go to work with a tank?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not, right. So we cannot commute with a tank. We cannot. Yeah, okay. So we will talk about vehicles, and I'm going to show you some pictures, and then we will discuss them. The second word, which is important, is commute. Jafar, can you read the definition?
Yes, to travel some distance between one's home and place of work on a regular basis.
That's right. Okay. So to travel between home and work. Do you work?
No, I study.
Okay. But do you travel to, do you go to your university on daily basis?
Yes.
Yes. How do you go?
I have.
How do you go? Which transport?
I have my motorcycle.
Okay, good. So we have a motorcycle. Eleonora, what kind of transport do you use to go to work or to study?
I have a car, a big car, a truck.
Ah, okay. Okay, so we have now a second vehicle. Good. And David, can you hear me, David?
Yeah, I hear you.
Are you going to work on a daily basis?
Actually, I'm a student, so I am going to my university daily.
Okay, but how do you go there?
Sometimes I'm going walking or my car.
Okay.
Because
So
it's not far from my home.
Okay, so you either walk or take a car. Great. Yekaterina, do you want to participate in this this class?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay. So can you tell us how do you go to work?
Well, my workplace, recent workplace at least, was not far from my home, so I just went by foot. Like that.
Okay. Okay. So you didn't take any transport.
Yes, right.
Right. Okay. Good. So, what is the key point of commuting? To take the transport, but what's the bad part of commuting?
I think it's the crowded people. No.
That's right. Crowded. Crowded. The crowds of people. How do we call when we have lots of people or lots of vehicles at one place? How do we call it?
I
Traffic,
think
no?
Yes,
traffic.
right. Traffic.
Traffic jam for
That's right.
Yeah,
Traffic
the
jam.
vehicles. Yeah.
Yes.
Or hard traffic.
Or car. Yeah, car traffic in a simple way. But we would say traffic jam. That is the term to describe lots of cars, lots of vehicles in one
Yeah.
place when they can't move. Right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Good. Now, let's move on to the next part. The next part is about terms to know, or what forms of vehicles are there. Of course, not all vehicles are mentioned here, but I'm going to ask you, for example, Eleonora, can you tell me number one, what is it?
Car, this vehicle.
Yes, car or automobile, right?
Automobile, it is personal vehicle.
Yeah, a car is also a personal vehicle.
Yes.
Yes, both words have the same meaning, just used differently, of course. Automobile is more archaic version or older word. Car is American word, which basically now has a wide use around the world. Okay. What about number two, Jafar? What is number two?
It's a bus.
It's a bus. Can you tell me what's the difference between a bus and a car?
A car is a small one. He can have four person in the car, and generally it's for the family or the friends.
Yes.
And for the bus, it's for old people who want to to go to travel. Not travel, but to go to work or go to studies or something like that,
Right.
or hang out with friends.
Yeah, right. So the difference is car is smaller with
Yes.
4, 5, 6 passengers, while bus has many passengers. Okay. Next one, David. Can you tell me about number three? What is it?
Yeah, number three, it's train, metro, subway.
That's right. What's the difference between these three words?
There is no difference. I think all of these, they are using the I don't remember the name.
Railroads?
Yeah, the railway roads.
Yes, okay. All rail tracks. Both words are okay. Yes, it's the same. It's a train. Just maybe the slight difference is metro and subway are underground, usually. Not always, but usually underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay. Ekaterina, can you tell me about number four?
Tram, trolley, streetcar.
Yeah, nobody mentioned that. What is a tram, a trolley, or a streetcar?
It's again a public transport, like a bus, for example. I guess the similarity between the three is that they have tracks across the tie. So not high street, but some tracks. They are going.
Yes, right. They have tracks, and they follow always the path of a track. Good. But is there any difference between the word tram, trolley, and streetcar? What is the difference?
Yes.
Tram use rail, electric.
I guess my connection is.
Okay. Well, basically, it's the same thing. Tram, trolley, and streetcar is the same thing.
Same thing.
Yes. Tram is a British word. Trolley is American, and streetcar is New American word. So at the time when tram was made, and that was like 150 years ago, approximately, the British used the word tram, but Americans use the word trolley. Nowadays, in the United States, they usually say streetcar, especially in San Francisco. Yeah, but it's the same thing. Okay. Any questions about this?
No questions.
No? Okay.
No.
Well, then let's see. Nadia, can you hear me, Nadia?
Nada is my friend, but she isn't talking English very well, so she is shy. So I think she's listening this day.
Okay. Okay. Then she can just listen and follow the lesson.
Yeah, she can participate at the end of this webinar. She can participate. Okay.
Okay, no problem. So we have number 5. That's airplane or a plane. Both words have the same meaning, and we already discussed airplanes. So who can tell me about number 6?
The plane flies in the air. It has more people capacity. The people usually fly safe. It's prefer.
Ah, okay, yeah, right, good. But and that's correct. What about a ship? Number 6.
Ship is bigger than other vessel, car, bus, train, or train.
That's right. Okay, and ship is a vessel, so we don't say
Vessel.
yeah vessel. I'm gonna write the word again on the board. Vessel. So ship is a huge vessel. Boat is a little bit smaller.
Small.
Yeah. So we can distinguish these two words: a ship and a boat. So the difference is the size. But what is ferry?
Ferry, it is big platform for go to the water, cars, bus, other big things.
Okay, yes. So ferry is basically a water transport for cars, buses, and other vehicles. Yeah. So we can go with a car on the ferry. Good. Well, there is number 7. Jafar, what is number 7?
Helicopter, it is transport in air. Small,
Right.
very smaller than airplane or aircraft.
Yeah, it is smaller than an airplane, and it is a transport by air. Good. The last one we mentioned in our discussion, it is a motorcycle or motorbike.
Motorbike.
Yeah. So let's see. David, what?
Yeah.
I believe that you said that you're going to university by motorcycle, right?
No, not me.
Ah, not you. Okay.
It's me.
Ah, okay, sorry. So what is the difference? Anyway, both of you, what is the difference between a motorcycle and motorbike?
Okay, I think motorcycle, it's not using gas or electronic. It's like a bicycle, I think.
Ah,
or not.
okay. Okay. Now, don't get confused by different words. Think about this.
I think it's the same.
It's the same. Yes, that's right. It's the same. Think about it this way. The world is huge. There are several countries where people speak English language, but English language is not unified. There is British English, there is American English, Australian English. They have their own words. So words like motorcycle, motorbike, they are the same meaning. Just like train, metro, subway, tram, trolley, streetcar, they have the same meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I forget it. Okay.
Good. Okay. Any questions so far?
No.
No question.
Okay. Now, we will quickly go through this part because we already discussed most of the things. Now, let's see. Eleonora, can you read the description of a car?
A wheeled motor vehicle that runs primarily on road, sit on the 8 people, have 4 wheels, and mainly transport people rather than goods.
That's right. Rather than goods. Okay. In other words, what does it mean? Do we use car for transporting, more for transporting people or more for transporting products?
For transporting people, I think.
Yes, for transporting people. Okay. There are certain cars, trucks, which are we used for transporting goods or products. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how many of you actually use a car on a weekly basis, like once a week, twice a week, or even every day?
Me? I can say me.
You? Why do you use it? What's the purpose of it?
I use it to pick up my little sister.
Okay, great.
And or to go to buy something for food or something like
shopping,
that.
Right.
Shopping, yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
What about you, Eleonora?
I use big Nissan Xterra. This is truck or off-road cars. I live in the Rocky Mountain.
Yes, I know. Okay, so you are okay.
And
so
I use this car for trip, for shopping, for schools, for college, for trip other side.
Okay, so basically you use it for different purposes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What about you, David?
Yeah. Okay. I use my car to first I go to university with it. Second, I use it to pick some stuffs for my home. Something that, as my friend said, I go to buy some foods, some goods. Also, I don't. We go out with it at the night to have some funny times, something like this.
Okay, so also for leisure, you use the car for leisure. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot this word.
Right. Good. Okay. Well, basically, yes. We covered all the purposes of a car. The second one is a bus. So, David, can you shortly or fastly read the description of a car, of a bus?
Okay, I want my friend Nada to read this if it's available or.
Okay, no problem. Perfect.
Okay, can you participate, Nada?
It's a large motor pleasure designed to carry many passengers by road.
That's right. Okay. Just one correction. This word here is vehicle. Vehicle. That's right. Okay. Everything else was good. Yeah. So it is a large motor vehicle. So we use it for carrying many passengers by road. Do we use where do we use buses the most?
Intercity and urban, right?
Okay. Like, do you have buses in your cities?
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we use it for transporting people in the cities. Good. What about between cities?
Between cities, yes. We can use it between cities.
Okay. Okay.
To travel from another city to another one.
That's right. From one city to another one. Okay. If so, when do you use bus personally? Like, for example, David, do you use a bus? Do you take a bus when you're going somewhere within your city, or when you travel to another city?
I think I prefer the train, but to transport from city to another. But in my city, I use it because it's the transportation that the government facilitated to the people. So and it's cheap.
Yeah, that's the point. That was my next question. Like, what is cheaper? Is it a bus or a train or a car? Which way is cheaper?
Yeah, I think it's the bus.
Right, bus.
Yeah.
What, Eleonora? What about you? What about in the United States? Which form of transport is the cheapest?
Bus. Oh, of course, bus.
Okay, yeah. I think it's pretty much the same around the world. And like in some countries, like in China, bus is so cheap that everyone can afford it. While the metro train is approximately 4 or 5 times more expensive than the bus.
Yeah, it is right. But we have a few bus in the United States. Very few bus.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know, because we everybody has a car.
Yes, that's the point. In United States, pretty much everyone has a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except I think in New York. New York, they have a lot of transportation.
Right. Jafar, you're
like
absolutely
subway.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So, but what's the point of New York? Can you compare New York to the rest of the United States?
Yeah.
What is New York? New York is very specific. It's how would you say it? What kind of city is it?
Yeah.
Crowded?
Crowded, yes, crowded. With lots of what? Lots of
buildings.
Yes, buildings. Okay. And the streets, how are streets wide or narrow?
I think they are narrow, no?
Yeah, they are more narrow than the streets in other cities. So but let's say that the key word for New York is crowded.
Because it's the capital, no? It's the economic capital.
Yes, we could say that it's an economical capital of United States. Yeah. Okay. I've heard a saying that New York is not United States. Like the New York is a city for itself. It's a country for itself, place for itself. Yeah, it's different from the rest of the country. Okay, good. So let's move on to the next part. Next part is a train, metro, or a subway. Basically, all three terms are the same with the same meaning. Jafar, can you read the description?
Yeah, a form of rail transport consisting of a series of connected vehicles, wagons, moved by a locomotive that generally run along a railway track to transport passengers or cargo.
That's right. Who knows what is cargo? Cargo. What is cargo?
Goods that is transported, not
Yes.
people, but goods.
Goods or products, right? Goods or products. Okay. Wagon. What is a wagon?
It's a part of a train.
Part of the train.
First,
That's right. Part of the train. Very simple. Okay. And what is a locomotive?
I think it's the first part.
Of the train.
That's right. It's the first part of the train. What does it do? Hmm?
He pulls the rest parts of the train.
Yes, we can say it like this, but it's not he, because
Oh,
locomotive
yes, it,
machine.
of course.
Okay,
Yes.
it pulls the rest of the train. That's right. Okay. Any questions about this?
No.
No. Okay. Have you ever traveled by train?
Yes.
Yes.
Eleonora? Yes? No? Probably you
No.
did. Okay. Oh, somebody else joined us. Neil. Hello, Neil. Can you hear us?
Hello. Yes,
Yes.
I hear you.
Okay, no problem. Welcome. You can participate with us, so it's fine. Can you tell us, have you ever traveled by train?
Yes, I usually use the train or metro or subway. No traffic on the subway, metro, and train. It also provides a more comfortable journey. It's also faster.
Right. Yeah, it is faster. Like if you compare a train and a bus, which one is faster?
Metro.
Metro. Okay, metro is faster. Yeah. So metro is more efficient. It can carry more people and cover the larger distance in a shorter time. Okay. Good. Next one, what we mentioned is tram, trolley, or a streetcar. That's a similar thing to a train. Basically, the same concept. It uses rail tracks, but it also uses electricity from above, from this part. Yeah, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Neil, can you read the description from here? I'm pointing to it.
It's a passenger vehicle powered by electricity, conveyed by the overhead cables, and running all rails laid in a public road. Some include segments of segregate right of way.
That's right. Right of way. Right. Okay. Neil, this word is vehicle.
Vehicle.
Okay. You joined us later. We discussed this. Vehicles are all forms of transportation on the ground.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Does anyone know what is right of way? Segregated road. Right of way.
Right of way.
Straight the way.
Not quite.
No.
No. Something like a segment of a road which is dedicated only for tram. So no cars, no buses, no other transport is allowed to come to this part of the road. It's dedicated only for trams.
Yes.
Is that clear? Do you understand this?
Yes.
Okay, good. Any questions about it?
No.
Great. Then move on. My guess is that everyone traveled by plane so far. So, am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
I think, excuse me, here in Egypt, we don't usually use the plane because it's very expensive.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Airplane tickets are quite expensive. That's right. But have you ever traveled anywhere out of Egypt?
Yeah, I traveled to India.
India. Okay. Great. Good. So, what is an airplane? Airplane is a flying vehicle. But we said about vehicles that the vehicles are transportation on the ground. So why is this a flying vehicle?
Because it flies.
What?
It is it flies. That's why it is.
Yes, it flies. Flying. That's right. It flies, but it also moves on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Before it takes off, and after it lands, it moves on the ground. So it is a vehicle.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. We know pretty much everything about airplanes, so let's move on. Here we have ship, boat, and ferry. So who can tell me one more time what's the difference between ship and boat?
As you
I
said,
think
a boat is much smaller than a ship.
Yeah, ship is usually larger and boat
yeah.
is smaller. Okay, but what is a ferry?
Is it a military or
No,
not?
no, it's not for
It's
military. It can be, but not necessarily.
Is it the big one? No?
Can be big, can be small.
I think ferry, it's used to from two places. People use it, or cars use it to go from land to another land.
Yes, right. To cross over the bay, to even over like through over the sea, but it takes not only people but cars, buses, even trains across the river, across the lake, across the sea, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the difference. That's the main difference. Now let's see this one. Is this a transportation for regular people, like common people?
No.
No. But helicopters can be used. Who uses helicopters for transportation?
Not us.
Definitely none of us. Definitely. But who uses it?
I think medical for
Yes.
hospital.
Yes. Hospitals, like medical teams. Who else?
Yeah.
I think the people who works in the media for the channels.
Right.
Because
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
I saw it
Reporters,
in the movies.
media reporters. That's right. Good.
No.
Who else?
Also, it is used when wildfires happen. So people from emergency services also carry water on it.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So we have three. One other I will add. Military. Military
Yeah.
uses helicopters, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. And if I may add, rich people.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rich people use this helicopter, like because none of us can afford this ride. Okay. Let's do the last one, motorcycle and motorbike. As I told you, don't get confused by different words. People in different parts of the world use different words to describe something. Motorcycle, motorbike, it's the same thing. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. But what's the point of motorcycle or motorbike? So it is a two-wheeled or three-wheeled vehicle, right? So that's a motorbike or a motorcycle. Good. Now, let's see. We covered pretty much all of the transport form, but there are other vehicles like this one here. What is this on this picture?
It's a truck.
That's
Truck.
right. Truck or
A lorry.
lorry. That's right. The
Lorry.
British word is lorry. Okay. We use it to transport goods, not people, but goods. Okay. But let's see about this one. How do we call this?
Scooter.
Scooter. That's right. Okay.
Yes.
What about this?
Which one? Yeah, it's
Motorcycle.
a motorcycle or motorbike.
Okay. It can be a motorbike or a motorcycle. It can be electrical, like e-bike.
Yeah.
E-bike. In that case, it's not a motorcycle. It doesn't have a motor. It's powered by electricity. So it's e-bike. Or in some countries, people call this one a scooter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This one?
Cable car.
No. The down
bike.
part. Bike or bicycle.
Bike.
Bicycle.
Yeah. Okay. But what's this?
We called it tuk-tuk. Yeah.
It's old design.
Right. Yeah. I don't know who said it, but tuk-tuk or rickshaw. It's
Yeah.
the other word is
In
rickshaw.
India, there are rickshaws.
Yeah,
I
right.
guess.
Yeah. Well, in pretty much most of the countries in Asia, they have some sort of tuk-tuks or rickshaws.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know
Please,
what
can
is?
you write? Excuse me, please, can you write the another name of the tuk-tuk because I don't forget.
Okay. Tuk-tuk or rickshaw. Both words basically mean the same. Just
Okay.
different words in different countries. Okay. Do you know what is on this picture?
Which one?
No.
It's
Nicholas.
some kind of telefreak, I think, or
Nicholas.
Somebody said it. Funicular. It is a form of tram, which goes up and down. It doesn't go horizontally. It goes a little bit vertically, right?
Yes.
And there are two, so it's always a pair. When one goes up, the other one has to go down. So they use kind of a force that drives them in a different way. Okay?
Yes.
This is used in mostly in Central Europe. This one on the picture is the smallest one in the world.
yeah.
They use it to climb like mountains, no?
Yes, not mountains, mostly hills. They are not
Hills,
to cover the mountain. Mountain is a huge one.
Huge, yeah.
This is for hills to basically connect two levels of the city. So if the city has hills, usually from the down level to the upper level, they have small funiculars.
Yeah.
Okay, good. But to cover a large distance in altitude, like the mountain, we use something else. We use this. How do we call it?
Cable car.
That's right, cable car. Okay, yeah. Cable car. Okay, so this one is for mountains, but funicular is for hills. So the altitude is not so different, like maybe few, let's say 10, 20 meters of altitude.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Any questions about this?
Extra info, the oldest funiculars of the world are in Istanbul.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I was there, but I haven't seen it.
Turkey, Istanbul, I don't understand. Repeat after.
Okay. I was in Istanbul, but I haven't seen any funicular.
Taksim, near the Kabatas.
Okay. Okay.
No, I think it's a tram, no?
It is a
the
form
one in
of
Taksim.
tram.
Funicular.
Is the red one, like?
Yes. Funicular.
Okay. So it is funicular near Taksim. Okay. Okay. Next time when I'm in Istanbul, I'm gonna check. This one from the picture, it's in Zagreb in Croatia.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the smallest one in the world. Okay. Well, that's about this. Now we already talked about commuting or commute, and since Neil joined us later, Neil, do you understand what is commuting?
Commute, yes. Commute.
Can you tell us in your own words?
Crowded people. Okay.
Yes, but that's not the definition of commute.
Communication, commute.
No. If you can you read the description? Here it is. I'm pointing to it.
to travel some distance between one's home and place of work on regular basis.
Regular basis.
Regular basis.
That's right. That means travel from home to work every day, or pretty much every day. Okay?
Okay.
So that's commuting. So I work from home, so I don't commute. I rarely go to the city. But some of my friends, or when I was living in China, I was commuting every single day. Yeah, that means traveling to work every day by any form of transport.
In China, it is quite difficult, I guess, because of crowded people, all right?
Actually, it's not. It's easier than in Europe.
Really?
Yeah, because China has a very modern and new transportation system in all of the cities. They have very good metro system, very good bus connection. Trains between the cities are very well connected. So the whole transportation system works perfectly.
And they're the fastest, right? Because
That's
I heard
right.
that they are very fast.
Yeah, because you should understand how China is developing very fast, and they're implementing new ideas and new technologies. Like it's very difficult to implement a new technology in Europe, because in Europe people want to save old buildings, some places, and so on. But in China, they don't care about it. They just make the new things, even if they have to destroy something old.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the difference. Okay, commuting is pretty much covered. The second term is traffic jam. Somebody mentioned that earlier. So what about your experience in your cities with traffic jam?
It provides rules, right?
Okay, yeah. So let's go one by one. David, is there traffic jam in your city?
Yeah, in my own city, we don't have this like traffic jam, but in the capital, which is Cairo, it's very bad. It's like this picture. We have uh, something like this.
Okay.
So at the 3 p.m. or from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., it's very bad. It's very crowded.
Okay, basically middle of the day, the rush hour.
Yeah, the rush hour.
Okay, okay. Jafar, what about your city?
Yeah, my city have a lot of traffic jam, especially in the downtown. And I think traffic jam in my country, which is Morocco, we have a traffic jam in basically all the cities, I think.
Okay. What's the reason for that?
For the reason for that is that the transportation, we have not enough transportation, like a lack of transportation. So basically in Marrakesh, in my city, people use a lot of cars and also motorbike to transport. So they buy cars and the motorcycle to avoid the problem of the transportation.
Okay, but still they make the new problems because of too many cars on the street, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Neil, how is it in your city?
Istanbul has a very tight traffic. 15 million people live here, and this is very boring.
Okay.
The government problem. Solution has a Istanbul come here. Come.
Yes.
Yakın zamanda. Blah blah blah.
Okay. So the government.
Government. Just a minute.
So the government doesn't invest enough money or
yes.
Okay, into solving the problems of traffic.
Evet. Yes.
Okay. Well, that's a common thing in many countries and many cities. It's not about Istanbul, Marrakesh, Cairo. It's pretty much everywhere. I would say everywhere except in China, because China is specific. China is very modern now, today, like in modern days, because they implemented new technologies to solve the problems of traffic. So old cities like Cairo, Marrakesh, they're old and it's difficult to change them, right?
To change them, yeah, yes.
Yeah, because you can't put new technologies in old cities. It will not hold. It will not go
because
through.
It's a part of the culture.
Yeah, and also the part of the culture. Yes, that's also the point. Okay, yeah. But pretty much we all have traffic jams. Good. Can anybody tell me what's this?
I think I saw this in the Korean movies and series.
Right. Yeah,
they have a lot of like zebra crossing.
That's
and
right.
I didn't know the name of the cross, so
well,
I found it now.
Okay, it's called zebra. Why is it called zebra crossing?
This is crosswalk.
Yes, but what is a zebra?
A zebra.
It's
zebra
an animal. Like,
because it's black and white, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an animal, right? An animal. That animal has black and white stripes.
Yes.
Yeah, so basically that's why we call this zebra crossing, because it reminds us of an animal. Okay, this specific crossing is in Tokyo, in Japan. So does anyone have any ideas why there are so many zebras on this crossing?
Like to facilitate the crossing, no?
Okay, this can hold the idea? Okay. But like what the key point of this crossing is that at one point of time, the traffic lights, all the traffic lights are red. So the cars have to stop from all the directions. And then people from all the directions go wherever they want. Right. So they can go in across the street, or they can go in a diagonal way. So they can cut the road, right?
Yeah.
So this one here, to point it, this one here is crossing the street, right? Just across the street. But this one is cutting the road. You are going not just across the street, you're going in, instead of two different ways, you are just cutting the road in one way.
Is it because there are multiple roads?
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. So this is zebra crossing. Now, quickly, we will finish this in 5 minutes. If you want, we can stay for additional 5 minutes. It's up to you. What is your favorite form of transport, David?
I think car or bus.
Okay. Why?
Because I think it's tradition here in Egypt and it's cheaper. It's faster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jafar, what about you?
Yes. I think in the city, I would prefer a motorcycle.
Okay.
Because it's efficient for me. And between the cities, the train, and between the countries, I think the airplane is the.
Yeah. Okay. Logical.
Yeah.
Logical. Right. Okay. Neil, what about you?
My prefer is the bus and metro because it's more comfortable. It's cheaper.
Okay, so it's more comfortable, cheaper.
Yes.
Okay, good. Eleonora, can you hear us?
Now your microphone is off still.
Still off. Okay. Well, when she join us, let's participate more with her. The second question is, what is the best way for traveling around the city? So inside the city. It's not like your favorite, but the best way. David.
Okay, around a city, I think the metro is the best.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Pretty much I agree with you. Why?
Yeah, I think it's pretty easy. It's you have many points to go to different places. It's faster because you don't have the traffic jam. So
that's right.
That's the point.
Okay, you just hit the point. It's faster. You don't have traffic jams. So you can definitely know how much time you need from point A to point B, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Neil, what about you? What do you think is the best way to go around the city?
Is because it's the faces and it is not too late to go somewhere.
Okay, 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 good. And what about you, Ekaterina?
Well, I guess I would choose a taxi as the best way.
Okay. Okay, as the best way. Basically, that's the most comfortable way because you just sit in a car and you don't worry.
Yes, of course, especially if you don't have a personal car, so it's quite comfortable. Yeah.
Right. Okay, good. The next question is, okay, basically we already discussed this question. Which forms of transport do you use most often? We discussed this. But what transport you never use? David?
Yeah, I think the ship.
Ship. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Neil?
Airplane, because I never been abroad or constantly between city. Also, airplane is very high money.
Okay. It costs a lot, right?
It costs a lot, yes.
Yeah, okay. Jafar, what about you?
I think is the I forgot the name. I think the ship, no?
Okay, ship. Yeah, ship.
Yeah, it's the ship. Yeah.
Okay. You never use it. Good. What about you, Ekaterina?
Well, I'm a fearful girl, so I would not choose a motorbike or a plane. At least I have traveled by plane, but still I'm afraid of it, really.
Okay, yeah. By the way, when you mentioned you're afraid of a plane, do you know how do we call fear of of flying? Fear of flying.
Yeah.
How do we call it? It's some kind of a phobia.
Phobia, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't remember the definition.
Yeah, okay. Basically, it's called aerophobia or aviophobia.
Is it a phrasal verb?
Yeah.
Of island, is it phrasal verb?
Okay. And if we travel through long distances, we can have jet lag, as I remember.
Yes,
it's called like this.
That's right. We can have a jet lag, which is connected to the time difference between two places.
Yes, different time zones.
Different time zones. Yeah, time difference. Okay, good. Now, this is the last question. What is your favorite way to travel? But not to work, not going to work or to university, but for leisure, traveling. David?
Yeah, the favorite way to travel. I think the plane is the best one.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Jafar?
Yeah, the airplane also.
Okay, Neil?
Airplane, because it's very fast zero.
Okay, yeah, I get the point. What about you, Ekaterina?
I would choose trains.
Trains, okay. Well, for me, personally, I used to like hitchhiking. Do you know what is hitchhiking?
When you catch some track and you travel with somebody else.
Yes, right. You are using this point, like you put the thumb up.
Like auto-stop. Yeah.
Yes, auto-stop. In some
Yeah.
countries, auto-stop, hitchhike. So catching the ride, the free ride. I did it when I was younger, not anymore.
Yeah, I did it too.
Yeah, it's actually fun way to travel because you meet people.
Meet people. I did it in Turkey, like when I want to travel from a city to another one, and it's like a big distance, and it's probably I goes with people like 4 or 5 cars.
Mm-hmm. Ah, really? Okay.
Yeah, because it was a big distance.
Okay, so you were changing the cars on the way, right? Okay.
On the way.
Okay. Anyone else? Did anyone else try the hitchhiking?
It's not popular here in Egypt, so
okay.
I don't know because the price of the train, it's not very expensive. That more.
So everyone can afford it, and there is no need for hitchhiking.
Yeah.
Okay. The problem with the hitchhiking is that in some parts of the world people avoid it, but in some parts of the world it is a kind of a trend or a fashion. Like in Western Europe, in United States, in Canada, that's kind of a fashion where young people use this opportunity to travel for very cheap and to meet new people.
New people.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on a person. Like someone likes it, someone doesn't like it. Okay, now we will finish this lesson. Do you have any questions about it? Something that needs to be explained or something else?
Yes, please just remind me the name of, we have a tram and a streetcar. Yeah.
Yes. So tram.
Tram.
Or tram. Okay.
Wait.
I'm writing it so you can basically.
Yeah. Trolley.
Tram,
yeah.
Trolley or a streetcar.
Yeah, that's the one that I want. Trolley. Okay, thank you.
Good. Tram is British. Trolley is American word, but I would say it's an old American word.
Old.
Yeah, old one.
Yeah.
Most of Americans would say at this now they would say streetcar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else?
No.
Thank you very much, really, for today. All of us were active, really. So thank you. We hope we will keep in touch in the near future. Thank you really very much. Yes, those who could not read it out, they really missed a lot. So thank you. Thank you for today. And yes, then I will wait for your recording, okay?
Sure, you will get it soon after. Well, I also enjoyed to have this class, and I hope to see you soon with some other topic.
Yeah, me too. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, it was really informative. Thank you very much, really.
Okay, so see you next time.
See you next time.
See you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay.